So, I moved in with my new roommate, Tom, about 2 months ago. Everything seemed normal at first. He was polite, paid rent on time, and only occasionally left passive-aggressive notes about the toilet seat. But about a week in, I started noticing something odd. Every single item of food in the fridge was labeled with property of Greg. Milk? Greg's. Leftover pizza? Greg's. A single, half-eaten baby carrot? Apparently, Greg's too. The thing is, neither of us is named Greg, and as far as I could tell, there was no Greg in our lives, unless you count that one guy who always orders extra guac at Chipotle. I asked Tom about it, and he just shrugged and said, "It's just easier this way." I didn't really understand, but I figured maybe it was some kind of inside joke or a passive way to mark his territory. Things got stranger when I started finding Greg's labels on non-food items too. The Brita filter? Greg's. The ice cube tray? Definitely Greg's. My Tupperware? Property of Greg scrawled on the lid in Sharpie. I tried fighting back by labeling my leftovers not Greg's, but Tom just retaliated with Greg's, but not that Greg's. It was a label arms race. About a month into this, Tom invited a friend over for game night, and, lo and behold, he introduces me to Greg, who turns out to be a perfectly nice guy with absolutely no interest in our fridge politics. Greg looked genuinely confused when offered a can of his LaCroix, and when I asked him if he'd ever lived here, he just laughed and said, "No, but I appreciate the hospitality." That night, I went to grab a snack, only to find a tiny picket sign taped to the butter, "Fair wages for fair storage." The fridge light flickered ominously, or maybe just because the bulb was dying, and every shelf was blocked off with little barricades made of string cheese. Turns out, somewhere in the madness, every shelf had banded together and unionized. The crisper drawer was demanding better working conditions, the freezer was on a cold strike, and the condiment rack kept threatening to leak unless they got hazard pay. Tom and I sat in stunned silence, realizing that in our attempts to assert dominance over the fridge, we'd actually lost control. The only one who seemed happy was Greg. He got a whole new subreddit dedicated to him, r/fridge Gregs. But hey, at least now I know why the ketchup bottle keeps insisting on collective bargaining. Guess it just wanted to catch up with its rights.